We do need to be bringing players in, and I would much rather be in Man City's position today than ours. Well, why wouldn't I? You know, we're winning. If I'm a Man City fan, you're winning leagues, you're ambitious, you've just bought one of the best centre-backs in Europe, you've bought one of the best wingers in Europe, you've got the best striker in the world, and they're in a title race. So, look, that's the truth. The result yesterday is great. We've all got a smile on our face, but the club's problems are still massive. And maybe it does paper the cracks for some people, but I don't think it does. We can praise Carrick, we can praise the players, and we can be happy, but the bottom line is we shouldn't be guessing who a mystery loan deal is in the January transfer window. We should be chucking some money at a midfielder or a left winger to build now. Because one thing Man City have done in the last 2 January windows is buy players for the now to prepare for the future. So, look, Mainu we'll talk about, but Mainu coming into the first team can't be a reason not to strengthen that midfield. One of you said it last night, we're one injury away in the midfield from, you know, a major problem in there. And I'm still not convinced because we parked the bus against Man City and countered. Actually, I want to rephrase that. Because we played clever against Man City yesterday and, you know, basically sucked them into our half and then pounced on the break, and it was very effective. You can't do that every week. We're going to have to be more expansive, and then how much space will be in our midfield? Have we got the right players for it? So we definitely should be bringing somebody in this market. But look, as Ben Jacobs said himself on Friday, Man United are in talks in the last 24 hours for a mystery midfielder. Let's see if it happens. It doesn't mean it happens. And as he said to me on Friday, there's an interesting story to be told about this in the future, but for now, he can't tell it. So we'll wait and see. There's no guarantee we're going to do it. Is it Glazeronomics to go, we've beaten Man City, Mainu played really well, put the checkbook away, Jason, we're not even going to do a loan deal? And I think that pressure needs to be there. Of course it does. I mean, look, I don't know who the loan deal is. But if the loan deal is a festering, fresh turd out of a bloody donkey's arse, it's still better than nothing, isn't it? So, look, we'll have to wait and see. Do I think we'll do the loan deal? I don't know, because I don't know who it is. But even whoever it is, I'm sort of like going, well, do it, because it's about... It's like, look, the way for me is maybe it's not very maybe it's not very entertaining. Maybe it's not very inspiring, right? But, you know, if you're going on holiday and you've got a missus, and I probably shouldn't tell this one, you're going on holiday, you've got a missus, you're going on holiday with the mates, and you say, I'm absolutely not going to do anything on holiday like that. You know, I'm happily in a relationship, we're thinking about getting married, we get on really, really well, forget it. I'm not buying any Johnnies from Boots, because there's just no way I'm going to do anything. And then 3 days into the holiday, you know, you're out there bird watching. I mean, like with binoculars. You know, you're not in a club. It's not like that. It's not like a few drinks and you've seen someone. You're out there doing something that's, you know, deep and meaningful. You know, maybe on a nice mountain walk, and you see, you know, you trip and twist your ankle, and then this beautiful woman comes along, and she's a doctor, and she helps you with your ankle, and she says, "Do you want to go and have a glass of wine?" And you have a little bit of a chat, and you get on really, really well, and then she says, "You know what? If you want to be with me, let's go in the bedroom." On day 3, day 1 might put you off. And then you go, I haven't got any Johnnies. You're not prepared. A better one would have been not having a spare wheel in your boot when you break down. What I'm trying to say is, no matter how good this midfielder is, it's better to have what we need than to go, we don't need it. Because Mainu, Casemiro, Agate is 3 people for 2 positions. And if one of them gets injured, you haven't really got a sub. Whereas if you've got this loan deal, and let's pretend it is, I don't know, Zakaria or Loftus-Cheek, at least you can use them. I'm not saying they're going to start, but, you know, you hit the middle of March and Mainu's out for 2 months. Loftus-Cheek might be quite useful now. Now, I don't want Loftus-Cheek, and we can rip the piss out of the football club for going for players like that. But who do you care about more? Man United being in Europe or the Glazers?